G'day guys and girls. Today I'm going to show you how to get Gorfang Rotgut in your Grimgor Ironhide campaign within 10 turns. To start off with, I'm going to start the Mortal Empires campaign, jump on Grimgor Ironhide. Now I tend to play the game in relatively difficult settings just to make it fun and interesting. And a bit of challenge too. Now, Grimgor himself can become an absolute powerhouse. Obviously, depending on what kind of army composition you put around him and what kind of armies you're attacking, you can even go headhunting for different lords that either boost him or his army's abilities. Now, with some recent DLC content, he has been moved far into the Chaos Wastelands, so it's a bit further from his original starting position, back down at Black Crag. Now, one of the tricks I find is you've got to be quick to get down to Gorfang Rotgut before he's actually wiped out either by the dwarves or the Skaven. So first thing I do is I grab the hero that you start with, just having a quick look at his trait to see if he gets any bonuses. And here you can see actually with that new trait and magic mod that I've got on, this guy adds bonuses to campaign movement range and speed of units in the army. So that'll be good for a fast attacking army, in particular maybe taking on units like Skaven. Now, I'll just literally go down the map through all this Chaos Dwarf territory, through the Dwarf territory, and I'll find where he resides, just here, near the Crooked Fang Fort. And I'll send that guy on an automatic quest to go down, but each turn I'll just make sure he's not getting blocked by units. Now, first off the bat, Grimgor's pretty tough, and I reckon he'll make short work of these ogres. Pyrrhic victory. Now, given we've got range, I'm probably going to play this one just to spare our troops a little bit in case we have a follow-up battle or even a second army appear that we need to fight. Even though Grimgor Ironhide's tailored sort of towards Black Orcs, I tend to prefer putting the big uns in his army roster. A, because their upkeep's a little bit cheaper, and B, I find the anti-large comes in beneficial towards later in the game when you get a lot more large units on the field. So just a quick setup. I'm actually going to get my Goblin Doom Diver catapult out of the trees. Just recently I've been having a lot of misfires in the trees when they go off. Alright, good to go. Now, because we've got range, I'm going to let them come to us. Just going to move my archers up a bit, turn them off skirmish mode. Get Grimgor out the front, maybe even intercept anyone getting too close to the front lines initially. Let my archers get a few more rounds in. The balance of power is always a bit better when you load in compared to the auto. So that's another reason to sometimes play these battles. Now I'm going to switch targets to the Ogre Bulls. Fortunately, Gobbo archers aren't really very powerful, so they're not going to do too much damage to ogre bulls, but everything counts. Now, Grimgor's got this ability, You're Next, which is a great debuffer for enemy characters. Obviously you can see there it's a huge speed reduction if someone's trying to evade you, plus a melee attack and defense reduction for 24 seconds. If you want to stop your archers doing what mine have just done, chasing their target, you just put them in guard mode, and then they'll stay rooted in their location. And if they lose a target, they'll pick a new target. Okay, looks like we're getting close to routing the enemy with battle casualties sustained. Just got to drive it home in some of the weaker units. Got a war to bring that home. Now, not all factions allow this, but some factions give you bonuses for running down enemy troops in the form of extra loot or even replenishment value. I think the Orcs is one of these factions that does. I think the option is something like Eat Captives, which is pretty funny. Usually if I'm chasing down armies that might then have a follow-up, I'll target the more powerful units or the ranged units, just so I don't have to deal with them in the next battle. Should be enough. So much better than a Pyrrhic victory. Almost got a full banner still. And we'll see which is more favourable in the battle results, the cash or the replenishment rate. Even though Grimgor's kills isn't high, the damage dealt and the gold values are a bit higher because he took out the ogre bulls and the lord. There you go, 11% replenishment, almost back to full health. And then that will allow us to follow on straight away to George's rock settlement. Give its garrison a decisive victory. I'm just going to auto that one yet again. Get some replenishment.
You gotta get eaten.
Occupy.
Let's go.
Yeah, normally first off, for Grimgor, I'll usually go the blue skill set, just to get that extra movement range, whether you have to run someone down or actually run away from someone. Every movement point counts. Now, even though Grimgor is a beast in combat, I tend to usually boost his troops on the ground first, only because that's going to buy you more beneficial damage in the short term, early game. Okay, quick repair. I'm going to pop that to level 2. That's just the brawling grounds. That's just to get some archers other than the goblins that we've got. Might keep the cash levels up so I can get a bigger army quicker. Now, one of the mods I use is normal traits extended. So if you do multiple battles against a faction, it increases the traits that you get from them. So one of the favorite ones I have at the moment is when you're battling ogres, you get, for heroes, a hit point increase and a bonus versus large. And for a lord, I think you get a bonus versus mass. So either someone riding a large war beast, or in this case, Grimgor. It's quite beneficial, especially if you come up against late stage infantry units, which are probably anti-large, like Blackguard of Nagaroth or something like that. Now, just to speed things up, I'm going to auto this one as well. But what I'll do is, I'll start recruiting just a whole lot of cannon fodder in the army once I get back to my own province. Border there. Yet again, just putting some skill points into upping the boys' damage. Just getting that income up again. As you can see, I'm already earning 2,000 a turn, but my banner's pretty empty at the moment, so. Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes you'll click pretty similar places, and it will change the path that the hero is taking to get down there. Now, first off, I'm going to, on the research tree, go bigger for quicker growth in the province. Then I usually follow with big and bullies, just reduces your cost for getting units. And then, if you've got enough scrap, I usually straight away go into heavy clubs. Tends to boost your troops just that little bit more. Gives you the upper hand early in the game. Okay, bingo. We can get some full strength archers in our banner, so I'm going to grab another 4. Eventually, when my banner gets to capacity, I'll sack those goblin archers. But for now, money's not a concern, so I'll keep them in there as at least fodder if I get attacked earlier than I'm ready to move out. Now, unfortunately for Grimgor, this new starting area is actually a bit of a pain to get out of. Movement's a bit slower through the mountains. Then on top of that, most people hate you. So early on, you can get a lot of factions declaring on you. Unless you do something cheeky like talk to someone who doesn't like you very much, but then offer to go to war against their enemies, potentially for some extra cash to help you recruit or build. Okay, research is done. Now for the cheaper recruitment costs.
Find us a fight, yeah?
Now this guy, for some reason, keeps changing his path on getting down there. Not sure why. Okay. Now we've got a full banner, but you can see I've still got the 2 goblin archers there. But given both these banners are actually recruiting at the moment, I'm going to see if I can get in there and attack. Now I don't think I can get this settlement, but I should be able to get this second lord, which will bring them all in. There we go. There you can see 2 ogre lords, a bunch of ogres, and a bunch of nobblers. But we've still got the benefit here, and we're only going to lose 1 orc boy, so I'm going to take that. Usually I'd look around the area and just make sure there's no other big armies close by that are going to attack, but in this case I think they're on their last legs.
Let's go.
Okay, so there's the bonus for fighting ogre kingdoms multiple times. Grimgor himself gets +8 bonus versus large. The whole army gets +3 leadership. His unit mass is now +20%, and he gets a kick-ass 15% extra weapon strength when fighting ogre kingdoms. And something that's probably not too useful unless you're up against fire mages or someone like Volkmar, who gives his whole army fire damage, 10% fire resistance. Okay. So the boys are now getting a bonus of +6 attack, 12% weapon strength. The archers get +8% weapon damage and 8% faster reload, so that's going to make them a bit better. If we have a quick look here, it's got the black orcs looking pretty good. The orc boys, even at level 0, 34 attack.
Gork's fist.
Okay, now we can recruit 5 a turn now. So what I'll do is, to save time in waiting for replenishment, I'll fill the ranks with new cadets.
This better involve fighting. Ready for murdering.
Okay, still quite a lot left. That number's going to come off really quickly soon, as all the neighbouring small factions get gobbled up.
Oh, he's the biggest. Here we go.
Now the one downside about running down here very quickly to get sight on Gorfang and his Rotgut and his settlement is all these factions that potentially don't like you could declare war on you.
Let's have you then. I'll hear what you say.
Chance. Now one of the reasons why I like getting down there as quickly as possible to get Gorfang is he's got a faction-wide boost against fighting dwarves, and I do love it when he hops on a chariot and just plows through countless infantry troops. Okay, so now that I've maxed out the boys and movement, I'll start to put a bit of points into Grimgor. I'm going to go weapon strength straight off and try and treat him as either a large or hero killer, which is pretty much what he's designed to do.
You better move.
Okay, turn 7, almost there. I usually find if you don't do this and you don't start close to him, e.g. as Wazarg, the Great Green Prophet, he's usually wiped out by about turn 11.
This better involve fighting. Gork's fist.
Okay, finally got ourselves a province. Select the Camp Ruckus for a bit of extra growth. Some more income in with the diamonds. Might aim to get some giants in eventually, or trolls in the short term.
Ready for murdering.
Their leadership's quite low, but they're really good with their regeneration at tying up certain
Make your
units.
offer, but do it quickly, before I kill you right where you sit.
Here you go. So here's one of the problems of exploring like I have been to get down there. One of the Chaos Dwarves has sighted us somehow. They want a gift, or it's war. 1,000 gold's not very much to keep them out of conflict.
A quest has been issued, mighty lord. A great
quest.
adventure beckons.
What's this for?
Be wary, though, for while the
It's for
potential rewards are
unique
great,
sword,
so too are the perils.
Gitsnick. Okay, almost there if we're lucky.
No one could stop me.
Might get sight early. No, not at this stage.
Yeah.
Okay, now that my banner is full, after I do this battle with the rebels, I'll replace those gobbo archers. Now in this case, 3% replenishment's not much, especially when we're near our home territory. I'm going to go the gold, even though it is a paltry sum of 399 gold.
This better involve fighting. Yeah, what?
With the normal traits extended, if you do that multiple times, it will actually give you a buff which reduces your overall army upkeep.
Here we go.
Troops for now. Double check we can't see him.
Oh my. We're gonna shake hands then, like humies. Yeah. You'll be lucky to still be breathing in a moment.
Okay, so it looks like the ogres up north have decided to declare on me. Can't say I blame them, seeing I've just been wiping out their fellow brothers down here. Okay, moment of truth.
Fair enough.
There we go. So we've just discovered Rotgut's headquarters. Now he's still got an army there, so he may not be open to Confederation yet. I'll have a quick look.
In charge.
Friendly with us?
Ready.
But yeah, he hasn't lost all his army yet. Sometimes you need him to lose his army but keep his settlements to have a chance of confetting. So what I'll do is to prove
Spit it out, but it better be
improve our relationship with him. I'll get the non-aggression pack,
You mook.
and that'll start adding points over the turns before we get a chance to confed with him.
Meanest.
I'll still keep my hero down here just to keep exploring, because if we do confed with him, we will get his territories.
Gork's fist.
Okay. So looking around, looks like we've got no enemies at present to the south. No Saber Mountain just declared on us. We're going to head
That's
north
what Mork wants. Let's
in
go.
anticipation for their armies to come down.
Yeah, on to it.
Now that I've got the money situation under control, I start building growth buildings just to get the capital up as fast as possible for the highest tech units as quickly as possible.
You dare approach me.
Okay, here you go. So here's one of the dwarves that I previously discovered on my venture to get Gorfang Rotgut. And no option, straight to war. Now, seeing I've got a full banner right now and I'm not looking at recruiting a second one, I'm just going to get the extra leadership. And it looks like our friends from up north have come to visit.
Bring it.
Now, just out of movement range on attacking that force march banner. So I'm going to set up an ambush and let him come to me.
No way.
Quick sticky beak around down here. Now, one trick I've found sometimes works for confetting. It's talking to them,
You go.
finding out who their
Go on,
enemies are,
Chunk. I'm listening.
and joining the war. Gives you a bit of extra appreciation in diplomatic negotiations. Now, sometimes they'll get wiped out before you can confed with him, so I usually take the money anyway, just to help build up the forces back home if required. So if I have a quick look,
Carl, what you want?
yeah, he's still 29, so he still needs to lose probably his main army before he's ready to confed. So we'll probably have to watch Warg get wiped out. I'm sure at one point he'll become a DLC lord or something like that, but not any time in the immediate future. Now, if you just saw there, I got those heavy clubs built, so now my boys are even more lethal in melee combat. The next one I usually pick is heavy metal, which also gives them extra armor and extra weapon strength, just for more power on the battlefield. Now, Rotgut didn't get attacked that turn, so his deal chance has gone even lower as he's been recruiting and getting stronger.
Gork's fist.
Okay, for us, looks like our ambush was foiled. I don't know where those enemy banners went, so I'm going to go back into ambush. Try and tempt them to come down again. There we go. A few quick banners running around. There you go, Gorfang Rotgut's just come in and replaced one of the Banner Lords at his capital. Okay, we had those ogres that we saw before. They've snuck around and got one of the settlements that we weren't guarding. Early on, I don't think it's worthwhile building walls in your smaller settlements. I just tend to protect the capital. Okay, Gorfang could be in trouble in one turn with these two banners coming up.
No one's stronger.
We'll give him a bit of a hand. We'll try and assault one of the banners.
Right, old pig's here.
That will also get us in better graces if you succeed. Okay, so there you go. They snuck past. Going to go back into ambush and try and sneak up on them. Okay, now, after we've got the two bonuses for your infantry, I'm going to go for campaign movement range again. Oh wow, there's the second army. He was also sitting in ambush. Unfortunately, Grimgor's having trouble staying in ambush, so you keep discovering him.
We'll kick you out, mate. Let's go.
Okay, you can already see Grimgor's only, what, level 9? And he's got a weapon strength of 726, with 500 of that being armor-piercing damage. He just becomes an absolute player killer. Character killer.
No slack.
Okay.
I'll put no fear.
Surprised the Skaven haven't attacked Gorfang yet. We'll still keep trying to assist him with some assault units. Not having much success though at this stage. So early on I find it's not too important to try and hold a province for Grimgor. It's more about getting the experience and surviving battles to just turn him into a weapon of mass destruction. Okay, they've tried to get around and get to our next target.
Let's go.
But we're going to use the good old orc's ability of tunneling. Okay, now, not sure where his units have gone. We'll go and have a look, see if he's got a second province. Okay, not sure what happened then because we weren't watching. There you go. Gorfang's lost both his units.
I'm in charge here. What you want?
And doesn't look like he's ready for merging yet. But we'll go all the way up to a defensive alliance and see how we go.
Ready?
Now sometimes what I find is if you've got a bit of money available, in this case we do, we'll offer him a large gift.
Alright.
That should help with things. Now we've actually got quite a bit of money from all the battles we've been doing. After that, he's just received a big boost, and if he's still alive next turn, we should get the ability to confed with him. Alright, pretty much with Queek Head Taker here, this is our last chance to confed with him before he's completely wiped out.
Quickly. Tyrant.
There you go. So with the gifts I've just popped in, that's given us the ability to confed with Gorfang.
Boys, what you got for me?
Bam, we've
Fire spells.
taken over what's left of his province, which Queek did have under siege. Now the problem with declaring war on his enemies is we're not going to keep that settlement for long because Queek is still at war with us. All it does is it takes the settlement out of siege, in which case he'll put it back into siege next turn. One thing I do find you can do is a bit of a cheeky move, is once you've taken it, you can go and sell it to one of your neighbours for a better reputation.
Alright,
So there you
got
go.
my attention. Watch.
What? This is bad news. Oh,
Okay, in this case that's not going to allow us to, maybe it kept it under siege, did it? Yeah, it did. Kept the settlement under siege. Alright, well that's how you get Gorfang Rotgut into your Grimgor Ironhide banner in 15 turns. If that's helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel, and catch you next time.